Does all the division and hatred in the world bother you? Do you wish people treated each other better? Jesus said to play nice with others. Good morning and welcome to the 755 Live. For about 5 minutes, you'll hear all about easy to remember soundbite versions of what Jesus said. The point is to help you experience life to the fullest the Jesus way. Today's Jesus said comes from Matthew chapter 7, verse 12. Starting in verse 12, it says, "In everything, treat others as you would want them to treat you, for this fulfills the law and the prophets." So it's just like kindergarten. It's just like elementary school. I know you've probably seen that poster that says, all I really need to know about how to live and what to do and how to be, I learned in kindergarten. You know, these are the times in our lives where we weren't learning wisdom and, all these crazy academic things, but we were learning, the simple things. Play fair. Don't hit people. Put things back where you found them. Clean up after your own mess. Don't take things that aren't yours and say sorry when you hurt somebody. Basically, just learning how to play nice with other people. And then the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So Matthew chapter 7 is part of a series of teachings where it's right after the golden rule. And he goes on in 13 where he says, enter through the narrow gate, because the gate is wide and the way is spacious that leads to destruction. And there are many who enter through it. But the gate is narrow and the way is difficult that leads to life. And there are few who find it. So basically it's saying it's easy to be a jerk. It's easy to be a difficult person. That's a wide gate. That way of behaving and living your life is easy and it's common. But the narrow way is difficult. So how do you know which road you're on? How do you know if you're on that narrow path or if you're on that wide gate? Are you just like everybody else or are you changing as Jesus called us to do? So in 15 he says, watch out for the false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are voracious wolves. You will recognize them by their fruit. Grapes are not gathered from thorns, or figs from thistles, are they? In the same way, every good tree bears good fruit, but the bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree is not able to bear bad fruit, nor a bad tree to bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. So then, you will recognize them by their fruit. So, life is like a box of fruit. You want to know if someone really is a Jesus follower. You want to know if somebody really understands that concept of living life as Jesus called us to. If they're really on that narrow path, and even yourself. How do you know that? Well, you can know this by how they treat other people. And it's not just those that they agree with or those that they have commonalities. It's everybody. The golden rules for everyone, not just people you like. It says treat others in the same way that you would want them to treat you. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even the sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those that do good to you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners do the same. And if you lend to those who you hope to be repaid, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners, so that they may be repaid in full. But love your enemies, and do good, and lend, expecting nothing back. Then your reward will be great, and you will be sons of the Most High, because He is kind to the ungrateful and evil people. Be merciful, just as your Father is merciful. So that pretty much sums it up. Be merciful. Treat everyone like you would want to be treated. It's not about proving your point, but proving your love. No one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. So be careful who you listen to. Where's the fruit? If you're trying to trust somebody, if you're trying to decide, hey, is this somebody I want to, walk in life with, look at how they treat other people. How do they treat those they disagree with? How do they treat what you would call their enemies? By that standard, it's easy to see who is on the narrow road following Jesus and who's on the road to destruction. If it's somebody who doesn't seem like they want to play nice with others as Jesus commanded us to, then that might not be somebody who's actually a Jesus follower. And then, again, look at yourself. How are you treating the people that you don't agree with? How are you treating the people in your life who maybe cause difficulty or problems for you? Just because of that, are you treating them differently? Or are you playing nice with everybody, as Jesus said? So again, this is from Matthew chapter 7, verse 12. And how can you put that into action today? How can you be better to somebody else? How can you play nice with somebody else? So thank you so much for listening. If you would like, comment, and share, that means so much to us. If you want to follow along with us, that's at bible.today.church. I really appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope this time together has helped you live life to the fullest the Jesus way. And remember, we end everything by saying to follow Jesus today and love first. Thank you, guys.